Good afternoon, and this is the Smoke That Thunders Off A. Today I have a beautiful guest all the way from Rwanda. Her name is Mrs. Salma. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you.
And I understand you're the coordinator of the GWS. What's your actual job and what's your actual role as the coordinator?
Okay, so as the coordinator, I kind of like work alongside James. So we coordinate together events, we talk about the schedules, what are we going to host, who are we going to host it for. So kind of like the right hand for James, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, and that's very, very interesting to know. And what's been your favorite event so far?
My favorite event so far, I would say it has been the last event. It was small, but it was beautiful. Yeah,
it's very intimate.
Yeah, intimate, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And now we've got a conference with so many speakers and so many guests.
Yeah.
What are you most afraid of as the coordinator? Because obviously everyone is excited, everyone is balloons and rainbows, but then as the coordinator, you do the hard graft, the hard hours to prepare. What's been your biggest fear in preparation?
To be honest, for this one, we have producers and co-producers. So they've been the ones who kind of came up with the speakers who will be speaking and kind of organizing that. So I would say my biggest concern is time. So adhering to time. So thinking that if you have 20 minutes to speak, you'll speak for 20 minutes. So
that's harder. That's easier said than done, because those who speak love to speak. And what are you looking forward to the most? Not in terms of preparation or coordination, but in terms of message. Because I understand the term is failing up.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, in terms of message, what are your ears preparing for?
Okay, my ears are prepared to hear how has someone failed and got up from that failure, because I believe we all have something that we failed in life to do, and sometimes in a room you could have someone who's going through the same thing currently. So I'm prepared to see and hear what God has done in their lives and how they got up from a failure. Yeah, so yeah.
Fantastic. And what does failing up mean to you specifically?
Failing up, wow. Failing up means although you struggle and kind of not get what you want at times, don't give up. Don't give up on the goal, right? Don't give up on the goal. Like, for example, being a coordinator, sometimes you envision like a dream to say that this conference will go this way, and it don't always goes the way you planned, right? So it's a way of, what do I do when things don't go the way it's planned? Yeah.
Basically how to adapt
exactly
to any situation.
Exactly.
And yeah. I'm also well informed that you're a singer.
Yeah.
And I want to probably ask this in a way, because obviously Poland is the second home now, because you've been staying here.
Yeah.
What's the main difference of singing in a primarily African country? Because obviously you used to stay in Africa, where everywhere it's black people. And when you sang on Saturdays or Sundays, depending when you go to church, you're singing probably in an environment you're very comfortable in.
Yes.
Now you're singing in Europe, where not only is it foreign in terms of the majority, but even within the minorities, it's also very foreign.
Yeah,
it's different countries.
That's true.
How do you adapt to that?
I always say, be the Daniel wherever you go.
Oh. Yeah.
So, you know the story of Daniel, right?
Yeah, the lion story.
Exactly. Around him, it was so different. Like the people were used to different things that he was used to, but he kept being himself. So I would say, bring the Salma to the church, I would say. So yes, I sing in a congregation where it's an international church, but then I try to kind of bring what I used to do back home and help people to know our culture, right? But it's actually interesting because some of them might not understand the language, etc. So I want to see how I can incorporate what I used to do back home and bring it here. Yeah.
And obviously my background is in music. So I wanted to ask a more technical question, which is, as you know, in Africa, there are different singing styles.
Yeah.
And there are different, what I call walls of sound.
Wow.
So for example, if you hear the wolf sound in South Africa, in Rwanda, in Zimbabwe, the walls of sound are different.
Of course.
So obviously the GW is, I call it a coalition of different voices from different countries. And so how do you guys find a unison or a common denominator when you guys sing together?
Okay, so let's start off with how we select the songs, right? So if we have a theme, like today we would have specific themes, right? We would see songs that kind of would go with the theme sometimes, right? And then we sit together as a team and say, okay, this is the songs we're gonna sing. How can we make it our own? So not necessarily just doing it the way it sung, but how to make it GWS song, I would say. So I would say having that, like discussing the songs. When we do sing, we discuss about the music, alto, tenor, and the voices, how to put it together. So in a sense, that helps us to, have
Find
that
a
melody.
melody. I know that sounds very difficult, especially musically, but obviously from the outside looking in, you guys are doing a stellar job. We always watch you guys in awe because it's amazing. Like it's really, really good. And probably what message would you have to those that would have wanted to come but then weren't able to come? You can share it to your camera.
Well, I would say that you can always follow us on Instagram and see our next event if you're not able to come to this event. GWS is a place where you would feel at home in the sense of you're far away from your original home. So this is a safe place where you don't feel alone. We share our talents. You come into GWS community and you're like, how can I get involved? Well, I love singing. Let me go in the choir. I love media. Can you help me to learn more about media? So there's some girls, for example, Grace there, part of the media team, right? When she came, she was like, what can I do at GWS? And I'm like,
Is it because she couldn't sing?
no. Grace, can you sing? Do you know how to sing? Okay, yeah. But in particular, that's not what she was looking for in GWS. Maybe she loves social media. So then she's part of the social media team and she's doing an amazing job. If you've seen the last video, some of the videos were done by Grace. So that's what GWS is all about. It's a creative space where you can bring your creativity to a community that worships God, that is Christ-centered. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Salma.
Thank you.
And we've really enjoyed having you here, and it's been very inspiring and also very educational, learning from the coordinator.
You put it that way?
It sounds scary.
It's really scary.
So thank you so much, and this has been the Smoke That Thunders of A with the beautiful guest, Mrs. Salma.
Thank you.